This is your Weather Extreme video for Sunday, October the 25th. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters, and we have an active period of weather ahead of us. The surface map this morning features that surface low over the northwest Gulf that is the remnants of Patricia. And from that low, a frontal system drapes up into the lower Appalachian Mountains area, and it looks like we're going to see a good deal of rain with that system across much of the southeastern U.S. In the upper atmosphere, we have a slow-moving upper trough over Texas that is helping with that southwesterly flow ahead of that trough to bring a lot of tropical moisture into the southeastern United States. Temperatures across the country are not too bad. The only chilly spots this morning are basically in the north-central part of the United States, with even very warm temperatures up into New England, and it's certainly warm across the southeastern U.S. In central Alabama, with all the clouds in place, we've seen temperatures change very little over the last couple of days, and we're seeing that morning lows generally in the mid and upper 60s. If you look at the radar, you think that Armageddon is coming here with lots of rain headed our way, but much of that rain is still on a trek generally to the north, and that means the rain will be slowly advancing across the state today and into tonight. I think for the most part, rain chances are a little higher across the western sections and much lower across the eastern sections for today, but most of the area should be covered by rain later this evening and into early Monday. Flash flood watches, the areas in green, are posted along the Gulf Coast from Houston all the way over to Pensacola. And in addition to that, we have some gale watches along the Gulf Coast from Houston all the way over to Pensacola for tonight and tomorrow for wind associated with that surface low. And the blue area are freeze advisories for up in parts of Oklahoma, the Texas Panhandle, and parts of Kansas. The big story is going to be the rain over the next several days, and it looks like rainfall, especially in central Louisiana, could be as high as 6 to 8 inches. Over Alabama, it looks like the amounts have gone up just a little bit. It looks like general amounts of probably 1.5 to 3 inches are possible, with the highest amounts on the order of 3 to 5 inches along the Gulf Coast. The extreme excessive rainfall outlook shows a moderate risk over Louisiana for today, and then for day 2, that moderate risk is over extreme southern and southwestern Alabama and the extreme western sections of the Florida Panhandle. Severe weather will be limited today to the coastal area of Louisiana primarily, surrounded by a bit of a marginal risk. For day 2, that marginal risk stays in southeast Louisiana and moves over to just along the Alabama coast. But for day 3, we're basically just with thunderstorms. And the tropical Atlantic is now quiet, and the tropical Eastern Pacific is also fairly quiet, with only one area being watched, and that's not likely to develop. All right, let's take a look at modeling this morning. And there's a look at the surface map for this afternoon at 18Z, and we can see the surface low just off the coast of southeastern coast of Texas. That low is expected to move into the coastal area of Louisiana on Monday, so everything is moving very slow, and again that will help to spread rain over all of our area. And our area certainly has been dry, so I think the flash flood threat is somewhat minimal at the moment, but we will have to watch how all of this rain plays out. The upper air pattern shows that trough moving across the area on Monday, and as that trough moves out of the area, the surface features will be weakening. You can see the surface low is filling some and weakening as it broadens over southern Mississippi and Louisiana. But that will continue the rain into Tuesday, and the rain is not expected to end until Wednesday, and that should be early in the day as that initial little weak trough is filled, and we see another substantial trough coming through north-central United States, and that will help to push everything on to the east and get that moisture out of here. And then by Thursday, we're seeing that trough deepens over the eastern half of the country, and that will bring in some cooler and drier air into Friday. So it looks like some beautiful days. We'll see improving weather late in the day Wednesday and some drier days as we head into Thursday and Friday. And by Friday and Saturday, we should have some very nice fallish days across the area. Saturday, the upper air chart showing that we do have more or less a ridge over the area. So temperatures should be down with highs primarily in the 60s, lows in the 40s. And the surface pattern showing a large high-pressure system centered over the Carolinas and Virginia, over the Outer Banks, basically. So some great weather in store for us as we head into the first of next weekend. However, we'll be watching that trough come out of the southwestern U.S. on Sunday, and that promises to bring some rain potentially as early as late Sunday, but it probably will be into the first of week 2. And looking out into Voodoo Country, we see that system comes by around the 3rd of November, so that takes the rain out of here. And then we stay relatively calm until we see another fairly deep trough come in probably the 4th, 5th time frame. And the deepness of this trough suggests that we might even see some severe weather with this feature. But as you know, it's out in Voodoo Country. It is consistent with what we saw yesterday. Well, that will do it for the Weather Xtreme video for this morning. James Spann will be back with the next edition first thing on Monday morning. In the meantime, stay tuned to the blog for notes on this overall developing weather situation. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. Have a great day and Godspeed.